And hey guys, it's me, your angry neighborhood Pokemaniac, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Platinum. In the last one, we took on Maylene, the gym leader of Veilstone City, and won our fourth badge already. And then, upon leaving, something happened that I cannot possibly let slide. Team Galactic stole Sensei's Pokedex. And let me tell you, that just does not happen on my watch. In order to get to Sensei Dawn, you're gonna have to get through me first. So, let's go confront those thugs and get Dawn's Pokedex back.
Hi Jake, please, can you help me? Do you remember Team Galactic, those horde people?
Not ringing a bell. Could you give me a little reminder or something?
They tried to steal Prof. Rowan's research results in Jubilife, remember?
I need a little bit more than that. Were they dressed kind of like weird, like spacemen with bowl cuts?
I ran into them and they took away my Pokedex.
They didn't take away your Pokedex. Like it's not like they're your parents or something disciplining you. They stole your Pokedex, Dawn, and we're gonna get it back.
Please, I need your help. Team up and battle with me.
I mean, if maybe we don't feel like it, I think if you click no, like, she'll be like, oh, okay, go get ready and then come back. I could not, for the life of, I cannot click this option. It would actually bother me, like IRL, if I said no to Dawn in her time of need. So absolutely.
You and your Pokemon together with me and my Pokemon. United like this, our dream team has no chance of losing. I'm not letting these bad people get away with their dirty deeds, even if they are done dirt cheap. Such reasonable prices for such evil deeds.
That's right, even a department store can't sell deeds that cheap. But we are taking on Galactic Grunt and Galactic Grunt, and they don't even say anything to us. They throw out Zubat and Zubat. Uh-oh. Say hello to the Zubat Killer Autumn and Dawn's Clefairy, which I don't think we saw in the last battle. Basically, what Clefairy's going to do is sit here and use Metronome and hope something happens, which, hey, A-okay with me. But as you can see, after coming out of the Veilstone Gym, these Zubats, Autumn is the GOAT. The absolute GOAT of this playthrough. Hands down. It's that easy, baby. Well, first of all, Clefairy is using gravity. So this is actually very interesting. As you can see, the Zubats can't stay airborne because of gravity. And you know what that means? That opens us up to using some mud bombs. That's right, so gravity, whether an opponent has levitate or is a flying type, that Zubat scares me. There's no way it should have lived that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It snapped out of confusion. But gravity will actually ground flying types and allow you to actually hit them with ground type moves. Just pretty cool if you ask me. But we'll finish up here, taking out this Zubat. Hopefully Dawn has like double slap or something on that Clefairy and can use it to smack around that Zubat and just, take out the last hit point that it's got. Because there's no way that thing has more than one hit point. I'm impressed it lived at all, taking a mud bump. There you go, Dawn. See, Sensei. You want to talk about the greatest redemption arc in Pokemon history? Sensei Dawn right here. Like, absolutely doing her job. And next up, we've got a Stunky, the butt face we've seen many times before, and Krogunk. And let's see. Okay, it does have anticipation. I believe Krogunk can get dry skin, which would have been an issue for poor little Autumn here, because dry skin would absorb the water type move and we wouldn't actually be able to damage them, which would have made things a heck of a lot harder. Well, not a heck of a lot harder to deal with, because I mean it's like Croaky and a Croaky and a Skogunk, a Stunky and a Krogunk. I'm impressed that Croaky actually, now I'm mixing them all up. That Stunky took that pretty well. Putting Krogunk to sleep was a great move by Sensei. I'm learning a lot from this battle. And with that, we can probably finish off Stunky with a Water Pulse. Oh, ew, don't see... Bro, you can't use Smokescreen with a Stunky. It's just, visually, I don't think... How is this game not rated teen because of that? At least, I would push for, M or AO. Oh, here we go. The big risk. Luster Purge? What? Huh? Sensei? Okay, I... And on a grid of level 30, which is a big level for Autumn, but more importantly, guys, we just witnessed Sensei Dawn's God, Luster Purge. Luster Purge is something we'll go over much later into the game, but trust me, that was, any of you guys who know where Luster Purge comes from, that was absolutely ridiculous. That was better than Explosion, I've got to say. Oh, and with, you know, Dawn earned her own Pokedex back. Done in by 2 kids? This isn't right.
Yeah, I should have kept my head down and watched our warehouse.
Yeah, you should have. That's what happens when you mess with Sensei and Jake. But what's that, guys? That's right. It's finally time. Autumn is evolving from the happiest little nudie branch you've ever did see into an even happier nudie branch. All right, we got ourselves a Gastrodon, which is kind of funny as a pun on gastropod because it's like super big. But yeah, and with that, does not just come huge increases in stats and bulk, but we also get a ground subtyping, which is so good. Makes sense now why, you know, why Autumn was getting Mud Bomb and Mud Slap and all these mud moves. Makes sense now, doesn't it? Oh, that stinks. Our Pokemon are chumps. You can say that again. We should get new ones from headquarters. Who cares about some Pokedex anyway? Team Galactic's gonna own all the Pokemon in the world. No, in the universe. And we need honey to attract them in great numbers. There, take it. Take your Pokedex.
Yeah, those things we had in the warehouse have already been moved to Pastoria City anyway, so we'll say, you'll get yours, and run off like the grunts we are.
I'm telling you, the Galactic dialogue is A1, guys. Oh, fantastic.
What's going on? Why is Team Galactic out in the streets like they own the place? Jake, thank you sincerely. I would have been lost without my Pokedex. It's indispensable for helping Prof. Rowan with his studies. So, Jake, what are you going to do now? I'm thinking of going to the Pokemon Mansion in Route 212.
All right, so what she's talking about, you remember that southern gate in Heart Home City that we couldn't get through because they were filming a production or something there? That'll be open to us now. That might be a fun little detour. We're probably not going that way just yet, though. We've got other plans, I suppose.
I hear they show rare Pokemon to visitors there.
It is important to go to the Pokemon Mansion, though. We'll see why. And, just in time, as always, Looker. Have no fear. I've come running. I heard of children feuding with Team Galactic. Turns out, of course, to be you.
Oh, it's that funny man from Jubilife.
You insult me to my face. How very uncouth of you. I admire your balls, though, young lady.
I'm terribly sorry. Team Galactic took my Pokedex, so I was very irritated.
No, let him have it. Lay into him. Sensei, do you want to know what he was doing before he came running over here? He was gambling.
I just blurted it out. I should be going now. Be wary of Team Galactic.
I shall do no such thing. It is of no matter. Of more interest is the criminal behavior of Team Galactic. They attempted to steal the belongings of a child. The scale of their criminality, it seems rather minuscule. I kind of see it more as there's no level they won't stoop to be honest. The triviality of their action makes them more sinister, perhaps. Boy, maybe he was a philosophy major who stumbled into the detective work, huh? Their warehouse needs investigation. Come with me, and we'll take a look. Oh, and he's bringing a child into an official police investigation. Okay, I mean, fair enough. I've proven myself. He watched me with his own 2 eyes take down the entire Galactic building over in Eterna, so I think it's fair enough for him to bring me along. Probably for protection, honestly. A key is necessary for us to go on. For the time being, we cannot give chase to those who run away. What's this? It's a Pokeball. Ah, this hidden machine. It is of the hidden move Fly. Oh, shoot, it must be a good one then if you're calling it Fly. Jake, this you should be keeping. That you could have phrased that differently. I don't know. It will not do to leave this item here to be used by Team Galactic. Or the Team Galactic, I should say. So, we did not learn very much from this exercise. Story of his life, I'm telling you. No matter. What concerns me is that what I've overheard in the game corner. The little ding-ding-dings of your fruit machine? The Team Galactic has transported something to Pastoria City. It sounds suspicious if you ask me. What they're up to I do not know, but I have a bad feeling about it. Well, say it ain't so, Looker. And with that, guys, I guess Looker's just kind of ending his investigation. So yeah, it's a rust-encrusted door. I love that adjective combination. And it's locked. It appears to need special keys. So similarly to the Galactic headquarters, I mean, Veilstone building over here to our right, it appears this door needs a key as well. And as Looker was saying, I guess we could pick up this Fly HM and, oh, he wasn't kidding, it's HM02, Fly. And I think we have a new move for one of our team members. Not, Autumn. I mean, you could assume it would be Autumn considering Autumn just evolved. And I'm very proud of Autumn for doing that. But no, with Fly, we can teach it to Warbeak, because Fly is one of those HMs that Homie unfortunately can't learn. Apparently in some data mining that was done a couple years ago, Bidoof actually could learn the HM Fly and would have been able to transport you all around Sinnoh even without gym badges, because it's just that good. But no, actually, in all reality, Fly is actually a good enough HM, one of those rare ones, one of the, I would say, 2 HMs that you could confidently teach to one of your Pokemon. So, Fly, it's got 90 power, 95 accuracy. The only downside is that it takes 2 turns to hit, which can be cool, like if you want to stall out some PP or something from your opponent. But I think that is perfectly suitable for Warbeak. And now, with that, we can fast travel to other cities that we have already been to. Or more specifically, I believe it is 2 cities with Pokemon centers we have actually visited. And with that, guys, I think we did our duty, standing up for Sensei and clearing out Team Galactic, which I think is pretty handy. Sounds like, though, they kind of rolled over pretty easily, saying that what they were storing in there has already been moved to Pastoria City. So if that's not a clue of where to go next, I don't know what is. So we're going to heal up real fast, guys, and we are going to make our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. All right, and hope to see you again. Hope you guys are done filming. Psh, tell you what. Yeah, we're gonna make our way to Pastoria City, which I think is a very good next destination, considering that's where Team Galactic was bragging about. Before we head there, though, let's throw Zuko up front. Autumn just evolved, so I think Autumn got some good screen time. Maybe we'll debut Autumn here in this next route. But I think Zuko, other than saving us from the gym, we haven't spent a lot of quality time with our starter, which I think is a travesty. And what are you doing here? Well, hello, I'm with Jubilife TV. May I hit you up for a quick interview? I suppose. Thank you very much. Let's not waste any time. Let's imagine this. Let's imagine that you've slept in and you're running to make an appointment. Oh my gosh, I've had nightmares about this. You dash around the corner and collide with something, maybe with a piece of toast in your mouth that you had to grab hastily for breakfast. What sort of person would this be? That I run into in a corner? Okay, give me a second. I can come up with something. Okay, guys, my answer to who I would run into if I were running late, running with a piece of toast in my mouth, a la anime girl style, and I rounded the corner, I bumped into someone, it would be me, because I am him, and don't you forget it. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We'll be featuring this interview in an upcoming TV program. Please do tune in and see how you look on TV. Thanks. Maybe I will, or maybe I won't. Doesn't matter. All right, and what do you have to say? Are you going to take Route 214? You're serious, aren't you? It's too badly chewed up and there's nothing to see there. Well, I guess that ruined maniac guy you could check out. He's been digging his way through the bedrock all by himself. Through bedrock? Oh my god, somebody call Mojang right now. We have found him. We have found him who can dig through bedrock. But yeah, welcome to Route 214. And as expected, there are going to be trainers. And we got teased with a ruined maniac who maybe won't do too much for us right now, but could be helpful. I think he's worth talking to. But speaking of people worth talking to, how about this guy? There, behind you! Ah! What is it? And, well, Psychic Abigail. That's probably not the best start off for Zuko, but she sends out a Chingling, which I don't believe we've seen before. Chingling is a baby evolution of Chimecho, who was introduced in Gen 3. I believe Chingling was introduced in Gen 4, though, so while some Pokemon do get, well, a lot of Pokemon get evolutions in Gen 4, some even get pre-evolutions, reminiscent of Gen 2. But it's a Chingling, so I think a Flame Wheel, oh, it didn't take it out. But it is of no concern to us because this Chingling is not going to use a Psychic move against us. But as you can see, Chingling, super cute. Look at that adorable little thing. Like, how could you not love it just by looking at it? I can't really recommend Chimecho as a Pokemon overall. It's just kind of... It's like a little bit worse than average, so it's like, you know, it can't accomplish even the things you would expect it to do at the bare minimum. So, and as far as Psychic Pokemon go, there are so many good Psychic Pokemon out there. It is not worth it to waste your time on Chingling and Chimecho unless you're, you know, going for Pokedex completion. And, whoa, hello, Miss Ballerina. This is Kirlia. Kirlia is the evolved form of Ralts, which I believe we've seen before. I hope we've seen before. If you remember the creepy route where we got the odd keystone and that hiker hit on us weirdly, you can catch a Ralts there. Kirlia is the evolved form of Ralts. Kirlia is a phenomenal Pokemon if you do want to pick one up. This one is female, so it does have the ability to evolve into Gardevoir, but also Kirlia and Ralts got a new evolution in Gen 4, which is Gallade, which is a Psychic Fighting type. So, I mean, do with that what you will. That is so cool. I can highly recommend that too. And, aw, look, it's a little Drifloon, which is the pre-evolved form of, what the heck? Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking. What's the stupid, the balloon Pokemon Fantina has? Huh. Well, that's gonna bug me until I'm not looking it up because like that. If I look it up, that's admitting defeat. My plan to spook you didn't go over too well. No, I think it worked pretty darn well, if you ask me. And as you can see, we are divided into 2 different routes. But before we do anything, let's go pick some berries. Gets us the Cherry Berry. Which, are cherries berries? I think cherries are technically berries, right? Oh, and thank goodness, Citrus Berry. If there's anything that makes me actually want to, you know, plant berries and use my Berry Finder app, it's gonna be Citrus Berries. Chesto Berries, pretty good. Citrus Berries are good. They're better than Orange Berries, obviously. Pomeg Berry, I don't even know what that does. But I don't know if it's this generation. We can check real quickly. I believe it will heal 30 HP as opposed to 10, like an Orange Berry does. Citrus Berry, Poffin ingredient, maybe use the heal. Okay, so actually, I think what the change here in this generation is that Citrus Berries will heal 30% of your HP as opposed to just 30 HP, which I think is a phenomenal change. Really made Citrus Berry go from pretty worthless to actually useful. Which is saying quite a bit. And maybe we found him. Hello, good sir. From one maniac to another. Everyone calls me the Ruined Maniac. I don't care what they call me. I vibe with this guy. I'll just keep on chipping away at the rock wall little by little. Do you know why? Because I'm a Ruined Maniac who is fascinated by the unknown. I know it's a little sudden, but how about you and me have a race? You go and catch the unknown, and I'll keep digging away. We'll have a race to see who can get done faster. So, yeah, there's a little gimmick here in the Ruined Maniac cave. He will chip away, and we get Dig, which is a phenomenal TM. Another 2-turn move. So like in Slaceon Ruins, you can catch all of the unknown. The more unknown you catch, the more his cave will be finished, and you can find mysterious Pokemon further in. So that might be useful for later. Maybe not so much for us, but someone who is maybe playing competitively, that could be super handy. And of course, we're going to avoid the tall grass because we can. We have Homie here. We don't need to take the low road here. And we can pick ourselves up a Magmarizer. Okay, so Magmarizer is a super useful item for all those who are, all those Magmar fans out there. If you put a Magmarizer on a Magmar and trade it, it will become a Magmortar, which is the 4th gen evolution. Aha! I found me a trainer. I challenge you to a battle with the Pokemon I found. Oh, that you found. A lot of people, they kind of premise the battle with, oh no, I just found this Pokemon. I just found this Pokemon. It's not my real Pokemon. I mean, come on, guys. So if I lose, there's no reason why. It's because of the Pokemon I found. That's all. Flame Wheel here. I don't know, man. I think maybe Ember would serve us a little better. Maybe. Never mind. I take that back right now. But Bronzor's defenses are really good, so I wonder if Ember would have suited a little bit better. Well, we'll never know now, unless he's got another Bronzor. Do you have another Bronzor? No, he's got a Cranidos, which, okay, Rourke. Jeez, oh man. Tell you what, becoming obsolete already. I don't know how people just have these fossil Pokemon just kind of lying around. Maybe they know the Underground Man. So yeah, Cranidos, it's nothing we haven't seen before. This is I would venture to say have a little bit of caution now that we're in the higher levels, because if this thing gets a hold of you, it's going to hurt pretty bad. It's not going to stand up to a hit from Autumn, though. That's for darn sure. Great premiere for Autumn. It's a challenge trying to win with a Pokemon one is not familiar with. See, I knew he would use that as an excuse. I called it. I called it right up front, right at the top. And this guy looks like he's having a grand old time. We could skip him and take the high road, but the call to battle, I cannot ignore. So where are our repels? We will use one. We still got quite a few left, which again, I'm not making that mistake again. So what do you have to say for yourself? To find my favorite Pokemon, I'll go east, west, or any which way. Well, I mean, there's only east and west, man, and there's no other ways to go. That's it. East or west. One of those two. And we got Collector Jamal. Let's see what he has. Porygon. Aw. Hey, we got one of those. We got one of those for free at a higher level, so that's embarrassing. So it's got Trace, so now it has Blaze, so it'll up its fire moves in a pinch, if it has any. But I would actually be slightly worried because this thing might actually have Psybeam. Ours did. Oh, it's got Magnet Rise, so now it's going to... Magnet Rise is the opposite of Gravity that we saw Sensei Dawn use at the top of the episode. I know I went over it with our Porygon. A 2-hit KO, not bad. It's a 2-hit KO. It just doesn't have the same, grip to it that 1-hit KO does. But with that, Zuko grows to level 31. We're just moving right along, I'm telling you. Oh, but they're rare Pokemon. It's a rare Pokemon. And yeah, I know, you can't really get them in the wild, but that one guy just kind of gives it away. And we come over here, we get a Razor Fang. Now, Razor Fang, I believe you need one of those to evolve Gligar, shiny or otherwise, into a Gliscor, or Gliscor, I suppose some people call him. But let's see what this guy looks like, a radio ruin maniac. I travel all over the world in search of mysteries. Oh, and what brings you to the jolly old land of Sinnoh? What mystery? Well, I guess there's a lot of mysteries in Sinnoh. Lots of like ancient things to research, I suppose. But more importantly, he has a Shieldon. Shieldon is a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far, I believe. Shieldon is the fossil opposite of Cranidos. So while Cranidos has ridiculous... Man, I can't even say that. While Shieldon has... Cranidos has ridiculous attack potential, Shieldon has ridiculous defense potential. You wouldn't know by the damage I just did with Mach Punch there. And then it used Swagger, so if we hit ourselves, it's going to hurt a lot. But I feel like we're risking the biscuit because Zuko always comes through. He will honor the Fire Nation every single time. Oh, good job, Zuko. Glad to have you back up front. And Ruin Maniac Ronald. Poor guy, he must have been tired from traveling. And moving right along, we are just about done with the route, well, the one side of the route, because Lake Valor is just down here. There's a honey tree, and I'm sure there's an item down here. Of course there is. We get ourselves a red shard, which will be handy in a little bit, actually. So the paths seem to converge here, so before I do that, we're going to cut back up to the top and make our way back down. Running in the doors, running here some more, running in the doors, running indoors, Pokemon 4th Gen.